Okay, that's where their money goes. They buy cars to them. Sometimes they will buy houses for these. Yes. That's where some of them, their money goes. So you and I are privileged that having received whatever the Lord has blessed us, we spend some to ourselves, our children, and we have portion for God. It's going to be a big reward in heaven. It's going to be a big reward. Wherever you deposit your wealth, you are going to reap it. Even if not now, your children might reap off the investment you have made in the house of God. If your children don't reap from that investment, your investment in God will be waiting for you in heaven. You will go before God, and God may be patting you, and He will say to you, "Mo akwa pano kwafo. I gave you little money, but you demonstrated character towards me and my work." You know, when you go through the Bible, matters of giving and financial dealing are more than matters, verses that talk about salvation. Verses that talk about money and financial dealings, verses are many, more than verses that talk about salvation. It tells you how significant money can be to your salvation or to your life now. And so giving is a privilege. That is why the churches of Macedonia will be begging Paul for this favor, for this grace to give. Proverbs 19:17, there is a text there that interests me. He who is generous to the poor lends to the Lord. He who is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and He will repay him what he has given. Proverbs 19:17. So if you are, for instance, generous to the poor, you are lending to God. Your dima ehiafo or the firm unyankopon. If you are generous towards the poor, you are lending all your generosity to God. And who says that when you lend something to God, God will not repay you back? He has said it here, that once you have done that, He will repay him what he has given. He has even said it in His word. God says, if you give it to your poor brother, sister, because of me, yes, you give, but you are lending whatever you have given to me. I am going to repay you. You know when God is going to repay, it's a bit like the picture in Luke chapter 36, or Luke chapter, is it 36? Or where when God is given, it shall be placed in the bowl, it shall be pressed down, it shall be shaken, it will run over. That is what the Lord will give you. When the Lord is giving, so when you lend to God, when you lend to God and He's repaying you, give and it shall be given. So that good measure you gave, it will run over, because it shall be put in your lap. But with God's hand pressing it, making it that it is so, your wealth are so compacted. He will pour it back in multiple, press it down, shake it together to the point that once He shakes it, He presses it. He shakes it, He presses it until it overflows the container. That He says He will give it to us. So when even you give it to the poor, you are lending it to God. And He says here that when you lend it to me, I will repay you. And I'm connecting you to look and saying that when God is repaying you, He will increase the measure. He will press it. He will shake it. He will make sure that say a gariolonka, a bunkama fasuma, and guasia crano, a senior autoye. That is how the Lord will repay us. So giving shouldn't be something that we have to fight it. After all, it is going to be a lifelong practice. Giving is not an event. Giving is a lifelong process. You will do it today, you will do it tomorrow, you will do it forever. When you are in Ghana, you will do it. When you go to America, you did it, didn't you? And then when you came to Ghana, you just came. And we are telling you that we are about having fundraising. I do not think that that day you will come with an ofafa and I knew that when you went to US, you gave. Because you are very active in giving. Once you are here, I know you are going to give. If we should send you to somewhere in Afghan, you will be giving. It is a lifelong practice. So the earlier you understand it,